Welcome.
Thank you.
And here we are again. So we're just going to take a moment to settle into our hearts and into the space. So you'd like to close your eyes. Maybe place your hands or a hand upon your heart. And maybe another hand on some other area of your body that is calling for your touch. We just take some relaxing, deep breaths, allowing it to flow naturally. Seeing if we can extend the inhalation and exhalation a little bit. And breathing into our hearts and feeling, seeing, knowing our heart flame within our heart space. And feeling that heart flame growing and expanding and spreading throughout our being. Feeling the anchoring, how we are anchored within our heart flame. How we are completely present in this sacred space. And joined by all those here to support us. Take another deep breath. You can turn down the heart flame a little bit if you need to be comfortable as we go on a journey. One more deep, relaxing breath. And then coming back into our physical awareness. And when we're ready, opening our eyes. And now I'll pass a beautiful talking stick to you.
Oh, thank you, Quila. So what is appearing for us today is to go on an inner journey to explore the beauty of Jade and Pounamu. And there is a circle of masters that has already gathered. So maybe it'll invite us to close our eyes again and go back into our hearts. So to be open as fully as possible to receive. And so we have in the circle around us, we have the Angel Deva of the Jade Planet. And we have many supporting masters from the planet of Venus, the home of cosmic love supreme. We have the goddess of Venus herself. We have Lord Buddha, Quan Yin, Feng Wei, Lord Maitreya, Mighty Victory, and Sanat Kumara, and the lords of the flames of Venus, in a circle around us to support us as we meet in our hearts this sacred stone, which in this land of Aotearoa, New Zealand, Te Pounamu, where we live, is known as Pounamu. And in most of the rest of the world is known as Jade. And I will use the term Jade when I'm referring generically to all of this sacred stone present throughout the world. And Quan Yin and Lord Buddha step forth together. And they share that this stone is as ancient as the earth herself. That the great creator beings from the central sun, the Elohim, oversaw, who were the creators of this planet, oversaw the creation of the jade at the beginning of time of our earth. And in particular, it was those of the love stream, the feminine stream of the Elohim, the Eloah, who were intimately involved in the creation of the jade, along with Mother Vesta, who is the goddess presence in our sun. And Quan Yin shares that right from the beginning of creation, the mother's love was taken to be placed inside the jade. That was the intent of the creator beings, that this stone would hold the mother's love and would hold it in the form of cosmic love supreme, as is held by the goddess of Venus as her gift to life. And so through the millennium, the millions and millions of years, the mother's love has always been within the earth, anchored in the jade. And in many sacred practices of the world, without consciously knowing that the jade contained the mother's love, the jade was taken as a holy item, a holy relic. And so we had the creation of the jade temples throughout the planet. And in the higher realms, in Shambhala, where Lord Buddha oversees the jade temple. In the temple of Lord Buddha are sacred geometries that anchor all 144 qualities of divine love. All 144 are not found in any one jade temple upon the earth. But if one was able to look collectively at the many jade temples upon the earth, one would find that indeed all 144 qualities of divine love are present. And as we have shared previously, all the jade, all the Pounamu of this world are interrelated, are in communion with each other. And so all the jade temples upon the earth are in communion with each other, are in communion with the jade within the earth, and are in communion with the jade that has been harvested and is now as ornaments or jewelry. These beautiful sacred qualities of jade are only realized in human consciousness when this is brought to one's attention. As with all crystals, their sacred qualities must be acknowledged in order for the gifts to be alive for any human being. And because of this interrelated nature of the jade throughout the world, one may sit in any jade temple and be open to receive the mother's love in its absolute fullness. And just as seemingly miraculously, with any piece of jewelry or stone, with intent and going into the silence, one may call forth to the fullness of the Holy Mother's love. And once it has been called forth by that individual, that piece of jade will continue to transmit the qualities called forth for eternity. And so, beloveds, Jade and Pounamu can be your dearest friend. And Quan now reminds us of many of the qualities that one can call forth from the jade and Pounamu. Jade is the goddess stone. It is the mother stone. It holds the mother's love. It is a peace stone. It holds the balanced qualities of love and light, of masculine and feminine. Jade holds the quality of purity. And it is a stone that will never take on impurities. Quan shares it is also a stone that holds the threefold nature of divinity. One might call that God infinite, God impersonal, and God personal. One might call it Rishi, Devata, and Chandas. Or one might call it the knower, the known, and the process of knowing. There are many terms for that threefold nature. And Jade holds that in perfection. And Lord Buddha steps forth now. And he shares of the connection of Jade to the great silence. For it was from the great silence within the earth, from the deep dark lava, that the jade came forth. And in its heart, in its seed of its heart, it carries the great, great silence, from which all wisdom, all knowledge, all light and love comes forth. And this is a quality that you can call forth as you connect into the jade in your home or your hand or in your adornments. Lord Buddha shares that jade will assist you in your meditation. If you hold the intent of connecting to the silence as you go within for your meditation, no matter what form the meditation is, the jade will support you to go deeper. Lord Buddha also shares that the jade will support your clarity of mind and will support you to notice when the mind, the thought arises from the silence, or if it arises from world consciousness. And so it can assist one on a life of mindfulness. And Lord Maitreya steps forth now. And he shares that jade is of the path of the mystery, the great mystery. That jade can support one when looking for answers in the deep unknown, when looking for answers in the cosmos, or when looking for answers from the sacred teachings upon the earth. This clarity, grounded in the silence, supports this process of revealing to one that which one's heart is seeking. And Lord Maitreya commends to us to connect in with jade every day in our sacred practices. And the vast reach of the consciousness of jade will be revealed more in the future. But for us to know that we meet it now as a stone of the earth, but it's also a stone of our solar system, our galaxy, and indeed our universe. And in front of this one, Amelia, is the flower, what's called the flower jade, which is Pounamu from New Zealand. And this tells us of the link between the jade and the flower kingdom. As we know, the flower kingdom is galactic and universal. So too the jade is galactic and universal and of great beauty and in many colors. Sanat Kumara steps forth. Sanat Kumara, the son of the goddess of Venus. He who came to the earth some 70,000 years ago to set in motion the current divine plan. And he shares that which is the mystery within jade is a mirror of the mystery that is within the ancient teachings. For example, the Vedas. That this precious stone of the mother has influenced the ancient sacred writings of the world and has always held the Venusian mother's love of cosmic love supreme. Sanat Kumara shares that it was through him that the jade, cosmic love supreme, was incorporated into the mystery of the Vedas. And mighty victory steps forth. And he shares that there is a sacred geometry of absolute victory within the jade. It is an absolute victory of the anchoring of the mother's presence again upon the earth. Was anchored into the mystery of the Vedas, deep, deep mystery, 70,000 years ago and on. And he shares that the victory must come forth of the anchoring of the mother's presence upon the earth. Beautiful, Quila. I'm going to pause here and just see if you have any questions that you would like to ask of me or one of the masters at this time. So just take a moment.
Thank you, Amma. I would like to ask of the masters, who would ever like to respond, in what way we can, if we have a piece of jewelry or an object of jade, how we can anchor the mother's love or the divine qualities into that piece.
Thank you for that beautiful question, Quila. Part of the mystery of the Pounamu and the jade is that those qualities are innately within, but they're hidden, because the way we bring them out is so if we pick up, well, I'll pick up this beautiful one and love it. So with my heart, recognize the consciousness that is within it and recognize, talk to it and say, I recognize that you are a sacred stone. I recognize that you carry the mother's love. I recognize that you carry all 144 qualities of divine love. And I ask you now to come fully alive with those and to share them with me. And every day when I come to you, please share these qualities with me and overlight my day with the qualities. So the important thing is simply the acknowledgement. It's like with everything, needs acknowledging that we know it's alive and it has these qualities. And then it's like that's the invitation to come forth and to be with us. And of course, it's always good to put it close to one's heart and to just acknowledge. And it's like when I first pick it up, it feels cold, but I can feel it warm. It's like this heat, this radiation is developing. And it's also wonderful to think about. It comes from the lava. So it came from intense heat and compression. And it is indeed part of the mystery. So it's like our conscious mind. Well, when we go into our hearts fully, we can put our conscious mind aside, or our everyday mind, let's say that, put our everyday mind, just say, give our everyday mind reassurance, it's okay. It can just have a little holiday at the side and just let us go into the knowingness of our hearts. So that's what comes forth. Beautiful.
Thank you. That's beautiful and simple and easy for us all to practice.
Absolutely. Oh, and I'm just looking at, I can see I'm reminded about, because I've got these, this is rose jade earrings, and this is flower jade, and this is Pounamu. But if we have two or more pieces, wear two or more pieces, or carry two or more pieces, they develop a resonance. So it increases the strength of us receiving. So jade transmits. And so in our acknowledging what's present, it's the invitation to it to start transmitting. And so it's a great idea to have two pieces on, which allows that transmission to occur more freely.
That's lovely. Got one piece on. I'll have to go find another piece.
Or the other piece also is to carry it around with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in the just trying to form the question. So in the transmission, if you have more than one piece in there, are they like exponentially feeding off each other, if you like, to exponentially increase what they're resonating?
What a wonderful question.
Took a little bit to...
Certainly, the effect is more than 1 + 1. Let's put it that way.
Right.
I will have to go in and ask, because in terms of what there is no limit to what can be transmitted from the mother stone. There is no limit to what can be transmitted from the mother's heart. There is no limit to cosmic love supreme. So I think that's also, and it's how open we are to receive. That is as great as the gifting can be. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
And I just feel to share at this time just about the Pounamu, the name in our land, and the name of the island that I live on, Tiwai Pounamu, is that it's not only the name of the land that I live upon, but it means also the pathway of greatest awareness. And so innately in the word is the mystery and the wisdom that in carrying the mother's love, which is the number one essential quality for the coming of the seventh golden age. It's the number one essential quality for the healing of the earth at this time. that the naming by the ancestors of our land was like a flag, a premonition, a knowingness to go forward of the incredible qualities that are present within the stone.
Mm.
And as you know, and many may know, there are so many stories in our land of the journey of Pounamu and of the mysterious and magical things that have happened with people who've gone on the journeys with Pounamu. And I guess I also just feel to mention at this time that said that Lord Buddha has a jade temple in Shambhala, and just in Shambhala, like where Earth is third dimensional, and as we're shifting into the seventh golden age, the Earth and all the people are moving into the fifth dimension. Well, Earth already has a realm that's fifth dimensional, and that's called Shambhala, and that's where Lord Buddha has his jade temple. And so we know that jade is equally at home in the third dimension. Well, actually, it's probably more at home in the fifth dimension, but while it's here in the third dimension, it is carrying within it innately the qualities that belong in the fifth dimension, in the higher sacred dimensions. Yeah. Oh, we've probably just about used our time, have we?
Oh, yes.
If you had one more question, I'm sure that we could. But we've see if there's anything else that wishes to come. Oh, sing to you, Jade. Sing to it, speak to it. Yes, pray with it, but sing to it. Know that there is consciousness within, and all consciousness loves song and music, and all consciousness loves to be loved. And as we love, so we are responded back, just like with our pets. The more we love them, the greater response we get from that responding consciousness of the infinite. Yeah.
So it's not a question I have, but when you say about singing to our jade, the thought I had was, and listen for the song that it sings back.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Indeed. Yes. Yeah, so I might complete with just singing some light language.
Yes.
And see whether we get a response. Maybe you get the response, Quilla.
Maybe.
Kia mahaishu, kia sanu, ki piakua sulanu, sia ne kia kuna. I'm listening.
Kia lik itizimele chi. Hi. Oh.
Namaste.
Yes, namaste.
So I give thanks. I give thanks to the Jade and the Pounamu. I give thanks to beloved Quan and Lord Buddha, Goddess of Venus, Lord Maitreya, Mighty Victory, Sanat Kumara, Lords of the Flames of Venus. We give thanks for this time together, and we ask that the blessings that we have received be shared with our families and with all of humanity, and with the earth, and with all life, the trees, the flowers, the animals, the bees, the birds, the critters. May all life be blessed, and may the sacred qualities of jade and Pounamu be a blessing for all life. Namaste.
Namaste.